I'm making this video because the other day, probably about a week ago, I made a video and I was saying about how I was showing a picture of a guy that Biden's supposed to be choosing as the Secretary of Education, which coincidentally is a transsexual. Okay? So I made a statement on that video about how you cannot be a Christian and be liberal. You cannot be a Christian and vote Democrat. So somebody privately contacted me and asked me, like, you know what I'm saying? They were like, what you mean by that? Like, can you expound on that? So I expounded on him, I explained it to him, and we reached a consensus, and I gave him clarity on the situation. However, it's probably a few of my followers and friends, that ones that I still have, and y'all probably was like, what he mean when he said that you can't be a Christian and be liberal, or you can't be a Christian and be Democrat? First of all, I want to put a disclaimer out there. When I say Christian, I mean Christian. I don't mean casual Christian. I'm not talking to them. What you mean? What's a casual Christian, Vernon? A casual Christian is somebody that's only a Christian one day a week. And we know what day that is, Sunday. And a lot of them church closed, so now, you know what I'm saying? But that's a casual Christian. A casual Christian don't know nothing about fasting. A casual Christian pray only when they need something. A casual Christian is all talk and no walk. They are Christian by what they say. Like the Bible say, they have a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. That's a casual Christian. So if you one of those people, I'm not talking to you. This video ain't for you. Keep scrolling. I'm talking to my Christians, my real Christians. Quote unquote, some might say fanatics, but I'm talking to my real Christians. So let's get a definition of Christian. Christian is someone who follows Christ and his teachings and his lifestyle to the best of their abilities. We all know that we're not perfect, and we make mistakes. We slip up on this walk because it's not easy, and God didn't say it was going to be easy. However, the Bible say in Matthew 5:48, be perfect as your Father in heaven. So what that's telling us is we got to strive for perfection. We got to strive for perfection. Yeah, we're going to mess up, and yeah, we're not going to be perfect. We have to strive for it. Anyways, that's what I mean by that. As a Christian, we supposed to follow Christ, right? And some people like to talk about the Old Testament, New Testament, Old Testament, New Testament. That's cool. That's something you can go argue with somebody else about. But, dealing with Democrats and liberals is somebody who, they don't believe in conservative values. They believe in a different time, different way. That's how they believe. They believe, hey, if he want to be a girl, even though God made him a man, if he want to be a girl or identify himself as a girl, let him use the girl's bathroom. That's the liberal way of thinking. And of course, we know Barack Obama. We got but a lot of the homosexuality all in politics. But the Democrat side is the liberal side, and they the one who pushed that. They the one who pushed that. You know what I'm saying? So as Christ followers, Christians, we should not be vote Democrat or being liberals. We should stick to conservative value, which means a man's supposed to be married to a woman. You're not supposed to have children out of wedlock. I can go on and on. I can go on and on. But, Trump, while he was in office, he clearly said he's against abortion. Why was he against abortion? He said because, this was his exact words, because children is a holy gift from God. They told Trump one time, you the most famous man in the world. He said, no, I'm not. He said, Jesus Christ is. Jesus the boss. This man, Melania Trump, she opened up the rallies. She would open up the rally with the Lord's Prayer. Trump was trying to put prayer back in school, which the Democrats removed. Right? He was also trying to put Bible study in high school as an elect. So it's clearly who got Christian values, and that's that's the Republican and the conservative side. The Democratic side is, we know what they're about. Joe Biden the other day was reading the Bible, and he called Psalms palms. So clearly we know he don't study no Bible. Not to mention a lot of those Democrats. They never knew what Obama supported religion wise. But the thing about it is this. Back to what this whole video about. It's no way you could be saying that you a Christian, you a real Christian, you love Christ, you follow the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, you do what you can to the best of your abilities. But yet, yeah, he pushing the LGBT, so I'm going to go ahead and support it. We know if Christ would be on earth right now today with us, Jesus was still walking the earth, he would not vote Democrat with their views. Christians, us real Christians know that. He would not be voting Democrat because guess what? He wouldn't be voting Democrat. Why? Because for one, they with LGBT, they with abortion, not to mention a whole bunch of other stuff that they support that's against Christianity. These people is trying to completely take Christianity out of the United States and replace it with homosexuality. That's what the Democrat and the liberals are doing. And here we go. The same thing happened with Obama. The same thing happened with Obama. He was a black president, so a lot of black Christians. Now I'm gonna give them a pass the first 4 years. I give them a pass. All of them get a pass. I'm talking about the second term. You mean to tell me you went back and voted for this man when his main thing was pushing the LGBT community, marrying men to men and women to women, going against God's law, and y'all went voted for this man because he was the first black president? So what y'all did was y'all put culture over kingdom. God, listen, it's none of that. If Christians, ain't no race, ain't no nothing involved. It's kingdom over everything. Everything. And then you have these Christians, they'll tell you this bull crap about how, oh yeah, well, you know, Trump evil and he this and he that. Okay, I'm not going to say he perfect, and no Trump supporters say he perfect. But he line up more with Christian values. Not to mention, let's be honest here. Let's be honest about this situation. You didn't have to vote for nobody. So don't give me that, well, Trump was this and that, so I voted the less two evil. No, you've tried to vote Trump out. Why? Because you didn't seek God and ask him, God, who should I vote for, like Christians supposed to do. When you marry somebody, when you marry somebody, as I stated in my video, when you marrying somebody, when you going to a new job, when you choosing what education field you gonna get in, when you talking about a election, all these things in life, when you choosing somebody to marry, all these things you supposed to see God for if you're a Christian. You don't do these things on your own. That's why a lot of people got jobs that they miserable on. A lot of people in relationships, marriages, they miserable because they didn't see God. They just went head first. And I'm talking, like I say, once again, this is for my Christians. This is only for my Christians. Real. So, with that being said, when we dealing with a big, I'm not saying like, okay, if I want to get a hamburger, I gotta ask God. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for serious situations, you need to see God. Fast, half a day, if you can't do a whole day, or a couple days, and to God speak to you, because God will speak to you if you fast and you pray. He'll speak to you through a person. He'll speak to you through the Bible. He'll speak to you directly through your own spirit. He'll speak to you and tell you, look, no, that's not the right person. No, that job not for you. He will give you this knowledge and this wisdom if you seek him for it, but we don't. We do stuff on our own. Then what we do, we call him when we get in a mess. I did it all my life. I'm not at that point no more. So I'm saying all this to say this here. That's why I said to clear up You cannot be a Christian and be liberal, and you cannot be a Christian and be Democrat. Because as a Christian, you're supposed to be following Christ, and the views that liberals and Democrats have, Christ, if he was still on this earth, he would not be following. So you take that up with God. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not arguing with nobody. You take that up with God. You feel how you want to feel, and y'all be blessed, man. And just remember, man, seek God for everything. In all your going, seek God, man. Seek God on who you should marry. Seek God. Stop doing stuff on your own, because when it come down to the come down, you gonna come to God anyway. God, please heal my broken heart. God, please give me another job. God, please. So you might as well just seek Him from the get go, and deal with the wilderness and deal with what you gotta go through. Because sometimes He might not answer you right then and there. You just gonna have to sit and wait and be patient. You know what I'm saying? But when He give you the direction, it's gonna be a direction that's gonna be, you gonna know it's gonna be right. Why you gonna know it's gonna be right? Because everything gonna line up on precept. Everything gonna line up and just be perfect. You're not gonna have, you seek God for a husband, you're not gonna have to worry about if he cheating on you. You're not gonna have to worry about watching his phone. You're not even gonna have to worry about that. Why? Because that's a husband that God sent to you, or that's a wife that God sent to you. Right? If we seek God for education or a job, not just to impress our friends and family, but something that God say, look, I want you in this field, I want you here, we wouldn't be having so much strife on the job, or strife wherever we work, because we're not even supposed to be at some of these places. You see what I'm saying? You know, what else? You know, even this election situation, you were supposed, because we all know God did not tell you. If you would have sought God and asked Him for His wisdom and His guidance, He would not have told you to vote for Biden. You're not gonna tell me God would say, look, yeah, vote for somebody that's going against me, because that's what He's doing. He about to push that. He already said in the first 100 days, He pushing LGBT, COVID-19 situation with that, and abortion. That's what he already said this. And God don't support no abortion, and God don't support no LGBT. Yes, He loved those people who are gay. God do love them. Yes, He do. Let's be clear. He don't hate them. He love them just like He love all of them, because none of us perfect, like I say. But Christians strive for it, because like I say, the Bible say in Matthew 5:48, be perfect as your Father in heaven. We're supposed to strive for perfection. Yeah, we're going to make mistakes here and there, but we're supposed to strive for perfection every day. And every day we wake up, our faith and our spirit and everything is renewed. It's a new day. You know what I'm saying? And we repent. God, forgive me for what I did yesterday. Forgive me what I said about that person. Forgive me for this, or forgive me for that, for something you know you did wrong. But like I say, man, as Christians, we supposed to do what Jesus do. I mean, we used to wear these bracelets back then. What would Jesus do? And when you're a Christian, that's what you got to have on your heart. That's what you got to have on your life. That's what your life got to say. What would Jesus do in any and every situation? Y'all be blessed, man. I hope this message reach y'all in the right spirit, man.